Masechta Shabbos 32. So we learned in the Mishnah yesterday that al sholosh averos noshim mesos b'shas lidasa. Because of 3 sins, women die during childbirth because they're not careful in hilchos nida, chalon, hadlakas anir. So the Gemara says, Reishis karasi eschem. I referred to the story. It says in Yirmiyahu, Kadosh Yisrael Hashem Reishis Tvuasa. So you guys are called Reishis. Al Iske Reishis is Artiatchem. And I gave you dinim related to Reishis Ariso Sechem Chalat Tarimu Truma. We wanted to know what's the connection between these Averos and dying in childbirth. So, Neshama Shnasati Bachem Kruya Ner. The Neshama that I gave you is called Ner, like we learned yesterday. Ner Hashem Nishmas Adam, it says in Mishnah. So, and that's Hadlakas Ner was Shabbos. If you guys keep the Iske Dam Nida, the Iske Chala, the Iske Ner, Mutter. The Imlav already no tel nishmaschem. If not, I'm going to take your life. Question is, Maishna Shas Leidasa. Why Dafka is the life taken during childbirth? If he's going to take your life away, he can take your life away at any time. Why Dafka then? Amar Rav Nafal Torah Chadil Sakina. Because you're in sakana. A woman is in sakana then. So just like if an ox, yes?
Where are we holding?
Somebody.
Sorry.
We're on Lamed Beis.
Yeah.
Lamed Beis, 32 Amud Aleph on the top.
On the top. Okay, thank you.
Nafal Torah Nafal Chadat Sakina. If you see an ox trip, sharpen the knife. Meaning he's already in trouble. Further trouble is going to come. Abaya says, Tapesh tirus amsa, b'chad matra leheve. That means if a shifcha, if a maid has chutzpah, she's going to end up getting malchus. She's going to end up getting beaten. And Rav Chizda Amar, Shavke leravya diminavshe nothel. Leave the drunk alone. He's going to fall by himself. That means he's put himself into sakana by becoming very drunk. You don't have to push him down. He's going to trip by himself. It's the same thing. That b'shas leida, a woman is b'sakana, so that's when she's at risk. Mar ukva amar raya chigra v'ize rihatin. When the shepherd is lame and the goats are running and can't chase after him, abav chutramili. But let's say, for example, he yells at them from the gate, and then later on he's going to finish the cheshbon. He's going to end up shechting them as well. And Rav Papa Omer above chan b'sonefishi achei umrachmi above vizyon le'achi b'lom rachmi, which means by the opening of a market. So there, the brothers are happy and they love each other, but by the door of an ani, nobody's his friend. And so again, it's the same thing. The concept of the woman during Leda is already at risk. That's why she's at risk at that time to die as well. Freak the Gemara. So now you've told me when women are not careful by these mitzvahs, so they can be taken, they can get punished then. However, Gavri Hechimiftiki, what about men? When are men at risk so that if they don't do certain things properly, that they're at risk? Amreish Lakish, Bishar Sha'ovim ala Gesher. For example, when they cross a bridge, maybe the bridge will collapse. So meaning anything that they put themselves in a sakon. Right, the Gemara Gesher v'sulo, only walking a bridge. Ema ke'en Gesher, which means any type of risk that he might put himself in. Rav, like Aver b'Mavra, the Yosef Begoy. A Rav did not cross over a bridge when he knew a non-Jew was there. Amar Dilma Mifkid Le Dino Ale, Unmit Vasina Bade. Maybe Hashem has some judgment against this non-Jew, and he's going to punish him by having the bridge collapse, and I'm going to be there with him. And once there's a Gesar Din from HaKadosh Baruch Hu, sometimes you're swept away at his punishment. And Rav Yana L'Tamei, Rav Yanai is consistent with his general reasoning. To Omar La'olam, Al Yomad Adam Bimkom Sakana, Lomar Sha'osin Lo Nes. A person shouldn't put himself in sakana and say, oh, you know what? A nes will occur to me. Because Shemein Osin Lo Nes. Number one, maybe a nes will not occur. And the im oisin lo nes menakin lo mizchuyosa. Person has a certain bank account with Hashem. And if you use up your nisim, your bank account's going to be withdrawn. You won't have any zechuyos left.
Ain't something nice.
Omer Rav Chanin Mikro katonti mikol hachasodim mikol haemes. Even Yaakov Avinu was concerned that if he was going to get by Esav, if he was going to need a nace to be saved by him, my zechuyos will be depleted. Rav Zera b'yomi deshuta lo nofik lebeni dikla. Rav Zera, when there was a southwesterly wind, which is a strong wind, he wouldn't walk under palm trees because it was dangerous because the palm trees could fall down. It means he didn't put himself into danger. Rav Yitzchak prayed Rav Yehuda. Person should daven that he shouldn't get sick. Because if he gets sick, Hashem is going to say, okay, where are your zechuyos that you are going to be healed from this? Means the burden of proof is on him once he gets sick. So better not to get sick. Better to daven not to get sick. We need this. We need to daven for that now as well. Mikra, because ki Paul hanofel mimenu says ki tivne bayis chadash. When you build a new house, the asita makel legagecha. You should make a fence on the top of your roof called a makel, because v'lo tasim damim beveitecha. Otherwise, there could be blood in your house. Ki Paul hanofel mimenu. Mimenu lahavi rayu. Because if somebody falls, if he falls from his previous status, so now the burden of proof is on him to show zechuyos that he's going to come out intact from whatever's going to happen to him. Tanid Rabbi Shmuel, ki yipol hanofel mimenu, mimenu roi ze lipol, means misheshes yimei breishis. That means it's already been goizer from the way things go in the world that this might have happened. Shari lo nofal, the akosu kro nofel. We're not talking about a person who fell off the makkah yet. It's talking about a guy falling. That somebody who Hashem wants to give schuyos to, so people there will be side benefit from other people that might be with them. So some people will get schus because they're with somebody who's already getting schus. And sometimes just vice versa. You could become liable because you're with somebody chai. So there is a Chasidis, Rav Leiner, Ishbitz, the Ishbitzer Chasidis is a very strict determinism. They held that everything has already been decreed. And Rabbi Karupkin gave 5-hour-long lectures on Ishbitz Chasidus and this whole determinism. One of the ways it works is, for example, if somebody's supposed to be killed, so you might become the vehicle by which that person gets killed. That's choiva yedei chayev. So both people get whatever's supposed to happen to them. Let's say it was decreed that you're supposed to kill somebody and somebody is supposed to be killed because of something that he did or it's been determined. So that's also this, he uses this as a raya. Very, very complex issue. Somebody who's sick and looks like he could be on his deathbed, his vade. You should already confess, do your vidu, sheken kol hamumsim his vade. And it's important to do vidu before your death. Person goes out to the market, you have to be always concerned because there's fights in the market, and in a sense, it's as if it was decreed that you are going to be given over to a group of soldiers. So, for example, if a person is chash barosha, if a person has a headache, it's as if you were put into the stockade. If a person had to go into bed, it's as if you were brought up onto the gallows. If he's brought up to be a judge in court, so if he has good defense attorneys, nitzel, nitzel. And what are the defensive attorneys of a person? Tshuva umaisim toivim. And even if there are 999 people that are going to say that he's guilty, and only one is a defense attorney for nitzel, he can be saved, even one. Shenemar im yeshalav malach melitz echad mini olef lahagid la'adam yashro v'yachanunu v'yomer p'ta'eyu mered shachas. We're talking about an oil emes, that even if you've created one malach because of one good deed you did, so he can fight against 999 that say that you should be treated guilty, and that can save a person. Rabbi Yezer b'noich Rabbi Yosef Glili Omer. Let's say even one individual malach has 999 reasons for you to be guilty, but one l'schus, it's still a reason for him to be saved nitzel. Shenamar meilitz echad mini elef, 1 in 1,000. Karabanon al shalosh averos noshim mesos yoldos. For 3 averos noshim pass away during childbirth. And Rabbi Lazar Amar Noshim Mesos Yolados, no, that they die as young people, from not Yoldos but Yolados. Sometimes women will clean the diapers on Shabbos, and maybe they'll use libun, they'll do laundry. It's in a way that's violating Shabbos. Instead of calling the Arna Kodesh, they say it's just a regular Aron. Tanya, Rabbi Shmuel ben Lozer Oimer, Ba'ovon Shnei Dvorim, Amei Arotzis Meis. For 2 reasons, Namoritz pass away. Al Shakar Arna Kodesh Arna means they don't treat the Arna Kodesh with proper covet. Vashakar lebeis hakneses beis am, and those that call a shul beis am. So it's a shemiskapsin bo hakol. It's like a gathering place. That's not beis hakneses. It's not just a gathering place. By the way, there is a conservative shul called Beit Am. It's exactly what the Gemara says not to call your shul. Right? Tanya, Rabbi Yossi Omer, Shloisha bidkei misa nivru ba'isha. There were 3 areas by women where they could be checked in terms of death based on their averis. V'amri law, Shloisha divkei misa. Things that stick to them that cause misa to occur earlier. Nida, chala, vadlaka saneh. Chadik Rabbi Lozer, Chadik Rabbanan, right? Because Chachamim said it causes death in childbirth. Rabbi Lozer says it causes people to die young. So this fits both shitas. Tanya, Rosh Megal Miloimer, Hilchos Hegdesh Trumas Maisris, the halach of Kodshim, the halachos of Truman Maisris, Heinein Gufei Torah. They are very stringent. V'nim Srulame Aretz. And they were also given, and the Amaretz are tested by that. Like many times in Shas, we say they're not trusted to give us maitras. It's not given to Bezdin to give truma. Each person has to be his own shoyne regarding trumas and maitras. Rashi says, people go over other people's homes, and they are trusting that the trumas and maitras have been given. And Hegdish also is given to the average person. He can be Magdish, and their Hegdish is Chal based on just a simple person's word. And therefore, they have to be very careful with when they Magdish something. Even though, yes.
Eid Echad Ne'eman Be'isurim, these kind of Isurim, which are very Hamor, Hegdish, and all this, we don't believe them. In other words, this is not the same din as kashrus.
No, we do believe them. The Rashi is saying.
But are you over if you eat? In other words, if you know the guy's an Amaretz, and he brings you, he says it's okay, but you know he's an Amaretz. What?
No, but Amaretz, we have special halachas. If you bought something from Amaretz, it was considered Dmai. It was a suffix that they didn't give.
Yeah, that's
Maisrus. You had to give Maisrus again.
Yeah. Okay.
So yes, Eid Echad is never. But an aid. We're talking about a kosher aid. An Amaretz might not be a kosher aid. He might not believe. You wouldn't eat by him because he's machsak. It's all the other. Eid Echad never be certain when he's a kosher aid. But if he doesn't fulfill the criteria of being a kosher aid, you might not be able to believe it. But Rashi is what the Gemara is saying here is all of these very strict halachas have been given to regular people, and even though it's chomer. And Amei Aretz are in general neman on all this. Yet, Rashi points out, they're not fully believed, because by Trumas and Maisros, Chacham didn't believe them, because it was treated as Dmai. That's why Rashi says, Kashali, Imi Rabban Kamar, the Chashav Mai Dizim Rabbanon, Lavle Lemisa Trumas and Maisros, Rabbanon Loyam knew. By Trumas and Maisros, they did not rely on that. By Hegdish, they did. Okay. I guess maybe they knew that the Ammonites were so worried about Hegdish that it's something that even they would take care of properly. Tanya, Rabbi Nosson Omer, Ba'avan Nadari Mesa Isha Shalada. When a person is not careful with the dinim of making the Dorim, a person's wife can pass away. Shenemar, Imei L'chal Shalem, Lama Yikach Mishkavcha Mitachtecha. It means if you don't have to pay up your neder, why do you make the neder? And therefore, your mishkav is going to be taken away from you. Rabbi Yomer, ba'avan nedorim, boni mesim kishniktanim. Gaver of nedorim, it causes people's young children to pass away. Shenemar, al titein es picha Lachtias b'sarecha. Who is your b'sarecha? It's your children. Don't let your mouth sin. The altoimar lifnei amalach kishkagehi. Lama yiktzaf alokim al kolecha v'chi be'elos masi yadecha. What is a person's ma'aseh yadayim? Ezo and ma'aseh yodav shalodam. Have you ever bonav of noise of shalodam? Ma'aseh yadayim is not what making business. That's normally what we understand ma'aseh yadayim. What your marviach. But here the Gemara says your ma'aseh yadayim mamish are your children. Tan Rabbanon, ba'avan nedorim boni mesim. That Div Rabbi Eliezer Rab Shimon. That with the sin of nedorim is what causes children to pass away. Rabbi Yehuda Nasi Oimer? No. Ba'avan bitul Torah. Wasting time not learning Torah. Bishlam Amandam ba'avan nedorim kedamor, like we said before. We had riots for that. Elamandam ba'avan bitul Torah ma'ikra. Where's the pasuk that connects the aveira of bitul Torah with the death of a person's children? Chsiv, lashav, hikesi es nechem, musar loy lakachu. The main sefer of musar is the Torah, and if it was done for waste, hikesi es nechem, I will strike your children. The one who learns that the avon adorim leads to death of children can learn from the same pasuk, because lashav, right? Shvu ashav, or you make a neder lashav. You don't carry it out. In case it's nechem. Aliske shav. Now the Gemara says like this. Let's consider. Rabbi Yehuda Nasi Hainu Rabbi. The Rabbi Bava Nadorim Kamar. We already started this sugya that said that children die Bava Nadorim. How did all of a sudden you go to Rabbi Yehuda Nasi that it's related to Bittul Torah? Kasha Rabbi Yehuda Nasi al Rabbi. So the Gemara says, Bosar Deshami Rav Elazar Rab Shimon. He changed after hearing it from Elazar Rab Shimon. Rabbi changed. Pligi bar Rav Chia bar Rav Rab Yossi. The machlokas between Rav Chia and Rav Yossi. Chad Amar ba'avan mezuzah. One said that occurs because of avan mezuzah. The Chad Amar ba'avan bittul Torah. We're talking about death of children. The man Amar ba'avan mezuzah mikra nidrush l'fanav v'lo l'fnei. It was a debate when you did drushas by psukim, by smichas and psukim. Can you darshan even the pasuk before the pasuk? Right, you have two psukim next to each other. Can you already jump to the pasuk before? L'fanav v'lifneifa. Pligi b'rav meir Rab Yehuda. Chad Amar ba'avan mezuzah. The Chad Amar ba'avan tzitzis. What's this? So there's a direct connection, pasuk, between the mezuzah and the yirbu yemechem. So that's why it's b'avan mezuzah. Mandam b'avan tzitzis, my time. Where did the person who said that the bonim die, b'avan tzitzis, where is the source? Amrav kanavitei mashila mori, d'chsiv gam b'knafayich. The knafach means the corners. Nimtzu dam nafshos evyonim nikiyim. Who are the evyonim nikiyim? Children who are naki from chet. They are innocent. They haven't done any averis. Yet it'll cause the knafayim, where the tzitzis are put on the corner of your garment. If you're misrashel, in that mitzvah could lead to the death of children. He says the one who learns that death of children occurs because you were deficient in your mezuzah's dinim can learn from the same pasuk. Tichsiv loba machteret mitzasim. What's this? She'asu psachim kemachteret. They made their doorways like tunnels of ganavim. When a ganef tunnels into your house to steal from you, he does not take the time to put a mezuzah there. So, since we didn't find you in a it's treated like machteres, so that'll also lead, because the same pasuk there about kanafayich nimtzu dam nafshes of yorim niki. Amreish lakish kol hazoyer b'tzitzis Whoever is careful of mitzvah tzitzis, zoiche u'mishamshin lo shnei alofim u'shmona me'os avodim. He gets 2,800 servants working for him. Shenema, Kor Hashem tzvakos, v'yamim ha'hema, asher yachziku asora anoshim mikol lashonos hagoyim. So 10 people from each nation, right? There's 70 nations in the world. Times 10 is 700. Every garment has 4 corners. So they'll grab into the 4 corners of each Jew. So each Jew will have 2,800 helpers from the non-Jews. If they're Makai mitzvah tzitzis. Simen, Sonei Chala Truman Exelas, Dina Shvur Shivchusa Giluyev Navlusa. Tanya, of the Chem Yoimer, Ba'avon Sinas Chinam, Meriba Rabba Besoch Beso Shalodam. Because of the Aveira of hating people for no reason, a person will have a lot of fights in his own house. The Ishto Mapelas Nafolim. His wife can have miscarriages. Nishtagadah. Uvanav Uvnoisav Shalada Mesim Kishem Ktani. Nishtagadah. And children of a person will die when they're young. Rabbi Lazar Rabbi Yudah Omer, Ba'avon Chala, Ein Bracha B'Machunas. Because a person wasn't careful mitzvahs Chala in his machsan, in his granary, in the silos where his grain is stored, there's no bracha there. Ume'era mishtalachas b'sha'arim, and he has curses in his gates. V'zoyrin zroim b'acher moichlin, and he will plant seeds, but other people will eat. Shenamar. This is in the Tochacha. Af ani esa zos lachem, v'ifkarti aleichem behala, et hashachefet et hakadachat mechalot inayim divos nafesh, uzratem laritz arachem, you will plant v'chalu oiveichem. Your enemies will eat it. And we make a play on words. Al tikra behala ela bechala. Behala normally means you're excited, you're confused. But they change the word to chala. That means ba'avon chala. These things will happen to you. And what will happen if you give chala? The imnoistim is barchim. A person will be blessed. Shneamar, the reshis arisoisechem titnu lakohen, laniach brochal beisachot. It says beferish in the Torah. What will happen if you give chala to the kohen? You will have brocha in your house. Ba'avon bitul truma sumaisros, shomayim netzorim, milahoiri talu motor. Because of people not giving trumas and maisras, so we don't get rain, we don't get dew. We're about to daven tfilas tal, first day of Pesach. So it's the oven bitul trumas and maisras that leads to the withholding of dew. The hayoiker hoive, you get an inflation. Everything will cost 3 trillion marks, like in Germany in 1920. The asochar ova, and there will be no work. People will run after their parnas. They won't find parnasa. Shneamar, siyagam chom yigzlu mimei shelek sheol chato. The my mash of that word doesn't understand from that pasuk how you learn what we just learned. Now, when normally do we give trumas and maestros? In the summer, right? We plant, in the winter, and then we harvest in the spring and summer. So those mitzvahs that I gave you in the summer and you didn't do it, you will be stolen from in winter, in Yemei Shelek. And vice versa, if a person is careful in trumas and maestros, the noisnim is barchim. Shenamar, this comes from the Haftarah we just laid on Shabbos Agadol. Avius kol ha'maiser beisa oitzer. If you bring maiser to the treasure house, v'yiterek b'veisi v'chanuni nabazos. Hashem says, you can test me. Amar Hashem tzvakos. Im lo eftach lachem, if I don't open up for you as arubos hashomayim, the windows of the heaven, Varikoisi lachem brocha ad belidai. And I will bring you blessing until there's no end. My ad belidai, amarav barav ad sheyivlu sifreisecha milomar dai. Our lips will be tired out from saying enough already. We're going to be given so much that we're going to say enough. We don't need any more. Die, and our lips will get tired. Ba'avon gozel hagoy va'oil. When there's theft, there's locusts. V'haravoy, and therefore there's famine. Uvnei adam oichlim b'sar b'nein uvnei seim, and it will lead to cannibalism, where parents will eat their own children. Shenemar, shimu adover azeh, paros habashan. This is an Amos. Asher bahar shomron, ha'arshkos dalim, who squeeze poor people, haroititzos of yoinim. Because you're stealing from people. And the Gemara is going to explain, what do you mean paros habashan? Oh, because the pasuk later on says, your teeth will be clean, because there won't be any food to make your teeth dirty. And that means famine. Who are these? When we say the parot habashan, the cows, this is like the women of Mechuzah. The ochlan v'lo, they eat, and they don't do anything. And therefore, their husbands have to steal. Okay, we'll finish. We'll continue tomorrow. So the schedule tomorrow, because the Rabbi Einhorn sent that the Zman of Bedikas